Somebody said, boom. Look up, there's a hole right at the top of the canopy. Fire came up out of the floor. I was the last dummy to go across target. I was tailing Charlie on the 301st Fighter Squadron. And out of the whole 9 months of training, we never had 1 minute on how to get out of an airplane. Automatically, we're going 400 across the top of the target, pull back on the stick to get some altitude. And as you go up, with your left hand, your right hand forward trim tab. You get up here, and as you go up, you reach up on the instrument panel, hit the little knob, and the whole canopy goes off. I think I don't know whether I got up to 800 feet, maybe 1,000, whatever, but I had to get out. Fire was burning the gloves, and we were on oxygen, by the way, so we had oxygen masks. Get up here, turn the stick loose. When you turn the stick loose, the nose would drop abruptly. And when it dropped abruptly, it had straps here, straps with a big buckle. You hit the buckle, and the straps all come loose, and bingo, I came out, centrifugal force. I remember the tail going by. I can still remember the rivets. I said that, well, Margot, and I said, oh, Margot. By the way, Margot, we'll get to Margot later. Normally, you count to 1, 2, 3, and you pull the D ring. See, I'm sitting on a parachute. It came out with me underneath, and a little cable to it. But when I came out, I looked down. Doggone trees. I said, oh hell. I pulled that sucker real fast. I remember looking at it. Son of a too low. Bang! The parachute popped. I'm in the trees. I'm trying to get loose. And some kid, well, Mr. Jefferson, were you scared? I said, hell no, I'm too damn busy trying to get out. I'm trying to get loose. And I hear this voice, oh, so, yeah. I said, oh hell, you got me. German a German soldier. That damn gun looked like it was that big around. Ironically, I could tell by his eyes, the color of my skin. He said, who in the hell are you? Where'd you come from? But, saw the little gold bar, and he saluted me. Of course, I returned the salute, and he helped me get loose. Civilian, this little German guard took me to his commander at a local Air Force, a local base, a local field. And when we walked in, followed by a whole flock of German soldiers, and I saw this guy sitting at the table with some crap on his shoulders, so naturally I knew he was an officer, and I saluted. And in perfect English, the German officer said, quote, have a seat, Lieutenant. Bugged me. What the hell's going on? First thing he did, have you ever been to Washington? No, sir. What do you answer? Name, rank, and what? Serial number. Alexander Jefferson, 2nd Lieutenant, 08961, sir. Well, he talked about U Street. He talked about the Howard Theater. I was in Howard University for a year.
Where?
Yes. He said, you ever been to Atlanta, Georgia? Yeah, I went to Clark College in Atlanta 4 years. He knew all about Auburn Avenue, all nightclubs. Detroit? I said, hey, wait a minute. He knew all about the Valley, the 3 Sixes. Turns out the guy finished the University of Michigan in 1936. And he went back to Germany, and they put him in the army and in control of that unit. Waiting for the war to be over so he can go back to the United States and have a good time. Never knew his name I never knew his name. I ended up in Stalag Luft 3. Stalag means camp. Luft means air. Waffe, Luftwaffe. Waffe means army. Luftwaffe is the air army. Stalag Luft 3 was controlled by the Luftwaffe. politically and diplomatically a little bit more lenient than the Wehrmacht or the SS. I was there from August 44 until January 45. The only thing we missed was food. Food was scarce. I only lost 3 pounds while I was there. The Germans could only give us potatoes Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Cabbage soup every day. If it had not been for International Red Cross food parcels, we would have died. International Red Cross food parcels. We were supposed to get a parcel per man per week, but it only turned out we got a half a parcel. One parcel between 2 men. Well, while I was there, didn't have anything else to do, draw pictures. I drew pictures of my life as a POW. In January, the Russians started coming in from the east. And to prevent us from being recaptured by the Russians, the Germans put us out on the road and we walked 80 miles west, accompanied by our guards, the German guards were the old men, white hair. You know, they petered out after about 2 miles, so we had to carry their rifles for them. I learned, now you have to understand, no television, no Time magazine, no history. I learned of the hatred between Germany and Russia. The Germans were terrified of the Russians. And we didn't understand that Germany had invaded Russia. And the Russians were hateful. God, we didn't want it. We ended up in Stalag 7A, near Munich. This is where we were when General Patton's Third Army liberated the camp in April 1945. We were, well, first of all, they brought in a field kitchen, first thing. Field kitchen with biscuits, pork chops, that's it, gravy, mashed potatoes. God. Of course, we knew we were going to get sick. We ate like hell. We all got sick as dogs, but it was glorious. Sitting there, we were transferred by air, by C-47s up to Le Havre to get to Verdun. And we were supposed to go from Verdun, hitchhike to Le Havre, check in to get a boat and come back across the Atlantic. We got to Verdun. The 8 guys were in my room. We were all together. And we got to Verdun, and we saw Paris and said, whoa, ho, ho, la-di-da-di-dum. We went to Paris for 2 weeks. We spent 2 weeks in Big Alley. My God, we had fun. We had no idea. Then we were scared we were going to be AWOL. So we voluntarily went up to Le Havre and checked in. The guy says, where you been? Went to Paris. Hell, go back for 2 weeks. We didn't do that, so we got on a boat. Came back across the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean. Here again, coming down the gangplank, New York flags waving, white soldiers at the bottom of the gangplank, whites to the right and niggers to the left. Damn it, coming back home. That was my introduction, 1945. I wrote a book, Pictures of Life as a POW. At the end of the war, there were 32 blacks out of our group, who were POWs. Got them all listed, their names, places where they went, and after that, pictures of life as a POW. And it's $30. Some of these good. Oh, by the way, you ever see that wine, women, and
song?
First week, you forget about the wine. Second week, you forget about the music. Third week, you forget about women. I'm serious. What do you remember? Food. A German loaf of bread weighed 9 pounds. Wow. Because flour was at a premium. when they made up the dough, they mixed in sawdust to fill your stomach. Don't say it's bad. I got news for you. That slice of that German bread with Limburger cheese, oh my God, toasted, stinky, but it tastes good. So I ended up, there's a picture in the last picture I treasure. I was out in the Air Force Academy going through photographs at the library, stack of Air Force pictures, say, hey, there's me. A picture of Stalag Luft 7, the day of liberation. There I am, off on the right-hand side. April the 29th, 1945, day of liberation. Fantastic. All I got to say, war is hell. Peace.
War may be hell, but we're glad that you all survived and tell your story. I want to thank you very much.